Video opens with a fast-paced montage. A modern high-speed train blurs past the camera. Quick cut to a historical black-and-white photo of a steam locomotive chugging up a mountain. Another cut to a sweeping aerial shot of the Tehachapi Loop, a freight train snaking through the pass. Text fades in over the visuals. What if California's heart wasn't gold, but iron? Before the freeways, before the endless ribbons of asphalt, California was defined by something else. A force that carved through mountains, conquered deserts, and bound a remote frontier to a burgeoning nation. This isn't just a story about trains. It's the story of how veins of steel pumped life into the Golden State, shaping its destiny from the ground up. Scene shifts to dynamic shots of modern BNSF and Union Pacific freight trains, their containers stacked high, rolling through the vast Central Valley and the dusty Mojave Desert. Quick cuts show a sleek Amtrak Pacific surfliner gliding along the coast and a Caltrain commuter train pulling into a bustling Bay Area station. Today, this legacy thunders on. Every single day, a river of steel flows across California. These are the modern arteries of commerce, the unsung workhorses of the fifth-largest economy on the planet. They transport everything from the cars we drive to the food on our tables, moving billions of dollars in goods with relentless efficiency. Along the coast and through our cities, passenger rail carries millions of people each year, connecting communities and easing the strain on our crowded highways. This intricate network is the state's circulatory system, a quiet giant that fuels our modern lives, often just out of sight. The video transitions from the crisp, modern footage to sepia-toned archival images. We see photos of the Big Four: Leland Stanford, Collis P. Huntington, Mark Hopkins, and Charles Crocker. An animated map appears, showing two lines, the Central Pacific from the west and the Union Pacific from the east, creeping toward each other across the American continent. But to understand its importance now, we have to go back to a time when California was like an island, separated from the rest of the country by formidable wilderness. In the 1860s, four Sacramento merchants, known to history as the Big Four, hatched a plan so audacious it seemed impossible. They would build a railroad east from California, blasting through the granite spine of the Sierra Nevada to meet the Union Pacific line coming west. It was a monumental undertaking. Thousands of workers, many of them Chinese immigrants, risked their lives in brutal conditions, hanging from cliffs and using black powder to carve a path foot by painstaking foot. Then, on May 10, 1869, at Promontory Summit, Utah, the final spike, the Golden Spike, was driven. A telegraph message flashed across the nation. Done. In that single moment, a journey that once took months was reduced to a matter of days. California was no longer a distant shore. It was welded to America. A montage of historical photos begins. We see dusty makeshift towns springing up around newly built train depots. Farms with neat rows of crops appear where there was once only empty land. The camera focuses on old fruit crate labels, beautifully illustrated with images of California oranges and grapes, prominently featuring a train. The Transcontinental Railroad was more than an engineering marvel. It was a catalyst for creation. Where the rails went, civilization followed. Towns like Fresno, Bakersfield, and Barstow exploded into existence, their fortunes directly tied to their proximity to the tracks. The railroad wasn't just passing through, it was actively selling land, recruiting settlers from the East and Europe with promises of a sun-drenched paradise. This sparked one of the largest population booms in American history. Suddenly, California's agricultural bounty had a direct route to Eastern markets. The state's citrus, wine, and produce became famous worldwide, transforming it into the agricultural powerhouse we know today. The railroad didn't just move goods. It planted the very seeds of modern California. The scene transitions to a beautiful, slow-motion shot of a modern freight train traveling into a California sunset. As it moves forward, a ghostly, translucent image of a 19th-century steam engine appears on an adjacent phantom track, keeping pace before slowly fading away. The screen fades to black, and animated icons for like, follow, and subscribe appear. From the Golden Spike to the global marketplace, the story of California is written on rails of iron and steel. It's a legacy of ambition, connection, and transformation that continues to propel the state forward, forever bound to the powerful rhythm of the rails. The echo of the steam whistle is still there, hidden within the deep rumble of the modern locomotive, reminding us that the heart of the Golden State beats with a pulse of iron. On-screen text appears, "Thanks for watching."